Today I'm presenting a matcha and coconut Bûche de Noël, an elegant mousse cake built for those who want flavor depth, visual impact and clean modern finish. This Entremet brings together two coconut Dacquoise layers, a bright strawberry jelly insert, all enclosed in a coconut and matcha mousse, finished on a white chocolate and coconut crunch base. The dominant flavor here is the coconut, creamy, rounded and unmistakable. Matcha steps in as an umami note, earthy, slightly bitter and leaving that clean green tea aftertaste that cuts through the richness. The strawberry jelly and the strawberry crisp in the base give a nice acidic lift, sharpening the flavor profile and keeping the mousse balanced rather than heavy or sweet. And here's the practical part. If matcha isn't your style, you can remove it entirely. You will end up with a coconut and strawberry Bûche de Noël. Simpler, still structured and absolutely delicious. Let's begin. Let's make a coconut Dacquoise. This meringue-based sponge is extremely airy and pleasantly chewy, offering a distinctly different texture compared to the standard sponges. Toasted coconut delivers a stronger nutty profile and a small amount of matcha lifts that flavor even further. Start by toasting desiccated coconut in the oven preheated to 160 degrees Celsius or 320 degrees Fahrenheit. Fan first. Toast until the coconut turns golden, similar to this color, and release a clear coconut aroma, usually 5 to 10 minutes depending on your oven. Once toasted, remove it from the tray immediately, as the residual heat will continue cooking the coconut and may eventually burn it. Whip the egg whites and sugar into stable meringue, adding the sugar in the 3 additions. Sieve the icing sugar, plain flour and matcha, then combine this mixture with the cooled coconut. You can use homemade icing sugar here, as this recipe doesn't require the ultra-fine commercial version. You can also omit matcha if you don't have it or don't want to use it. It acts as umami and helps balance the sweetness. Fold the dry mixture into the meringue. Spread or pipe the batter evenly onto the 30 by 40 cm tray to a 1 cm height. If piping, use a 10 mm nozzle. Bake for 15 minutes in a 170 degrees Celsius or 340 degrees Fahrenheit fan-forced oven, or until the sponge springs back when pressed. Cool completely before use. One more Yule log that I'm going to assemble in a silicone mold, and this is a good example how you can be creative without spending extra money. This works perfectly on every silicone mold that has a narrow part, like this mold with a tree's design. Simply pour the insert layer first. It would be approximately 25 to 30% of the mold. Freeze it and unmold. You will get an ideal shape for your mold. Then assemble it inside the mousse and other insert. Sponge and crunchy layer is easy to cut to desired shape before the final build of the Entremet. So let's start with the insert. I'm going to make a strawberry jelly. This time I'm going to use a pectin NH to set the jelly, as it gives me more clean texture and bold flavor. If you don't have this ingredient, just use my previous recipe for apricot jelly. It sets with the cornstarch and gelatin. Just directly replace the amount of apricot puree with a strawberry puree. Strawberry liqueur to enhance the flavor. You can substitute with more strawberries if you don't want to use it. Glucose syrup can be substituted with a floral honey. Purpose of it is anti-crystallizing agent, so it doesn't need to be strong flavored. Sugar, pectin and lemon juice. Start with combining strawberry puree with strawberry liqueur and glucose syrup. Bring it to 40 degrees Celsius or 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Meanwhile, combine sugar and pectin. Now bring it to a boil, let it boil for 1 minute to fully activate the pectin, then add the lemon juice and mix it through. Your jelly is ready. Pour in the silicone mold and let it stand to set at room temperature first, and then put it in the freezer. Now let's prepare coconut and matcha mousse. You will need a coconut cream, matcha tea powder. It adds a gentle umami note that deepens the flavor, but you can skip it if you want a clean coconut profile. White chocolate, chopped or callets, 100% coconut paste. This one is homemade, but it's also easy to find in the supermarkets. Heavy cream and gelatin with the cold water. Start by blooming the gelatin in the cold water. And let it sit while you prepare other steps. Semi-whip the cream. This is the texture you want, soft, not firm, so it folds in smoothly later. Now heat up the coconut cream with the liqueur and tea matcha powder. Just until it reaches steamer. Remove from the heat. Add the gelatin mass and stir until fully dissolved. Pour this hot mixture over the white chocolate and coconut paste and emulsify with a stick blender. Cool the mixture to 25 degrees Celsius or 77 degrees Fahrenheit, then fold in semi-whipped cream. Assemble the cake with all prepared insets. And freeze it completely. you.